Just me, Scottie McClue, popping up to say hi to every single one of you. Wonderful stuff. And welcome, 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 I say. Great to have you with us. Fantastic. I've just popped up live on Facebook and did it on some of the older equipment there. So not quite as good as I'd hoped, but you'll see it there live on Facebook, of course. And do tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that Scottie McClue is live on YouTube. Just for you, Dinky-Doo. Now, we've had rather a lot of fun recently, and I also wanted to let you know that we'll be back on the wireless soon. So there's something to brighten up everything that's happening. I know that we've lost our Christmas celebrations, but we haven't lost Christmas, and we haven't lost the spirit of Christmas. So I shall hope you will come and join me there. Wonderful stuff, excellent. And I'll just spread the word here and let everybody know that we have gone live. So there we go, and you can tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 as well. Now, I want to hear from you. I want to know how you are, so get on the live chat and let me know what is what. Wonderful. So here we are here, and I shall just pop this out, share, let everybody know that we are going right now, and you can come and join us. Mon Media says, nice beard. Thank you, Mon Media. Very much appreciated. Yes, we do our best. We aim to please. Hi again, Scotty. Hi, Susan. Well done for making the transfer. That was a little bit grainy, that last one, but this is rather good. This is excellent, and we like that. Now, I'm just going to post here. There we are. That's what we want. Let everybody know, and we'll just say that we are live now. Let everybody know, please. Live now, Scottie McClue. And very excited about going back on the radio. I think that is excellent. And about time too, of course. You see, Scottie McClue should never, ever, ever have been off the airwaves, but radio just went a bit timid. They got feared, you see. That was their problem. Yes, footage and sounds fine. Thank you, Mon Media. Excellent stuff. We wanted to know, I think I was using some older equipment there on Facebook, and people were getting a little bit fed up with it because it was just slow. So I'm saving up for some new equipment, have been for some time now. So if anybody's feeling flush, and of course it's unlikely you'll be feeling flush in this climate, but if anybody is feeling flush, do pop on to Scottie McClue's website, www.scottie-mcclue.com, and you'll see the PayPal and the GoFundMe, and you can stick a $5 in or a £1 in or something like that. Wonderful. Oh, this is so good, this. There we are. And there's the live chat so that we can see what's happening. So I'll welcome everybody on the live chat. I'll just say good evening. Good evening, everyone. Yes, Dinky-Doo. There we are, Dinky-Doo. Fantastic. Oh, that's gone out there, so you can get that. So what about a floating tunnel over to Ireland from Scotland? Good idea. Well, Mon Media, I mean, really, I think the best thing we could do, you know me, rejoin the EU as soon as possible and share our resources. You know, I mean, the whole Brexit thing is a nonsense. And all this idea about, oh, that's democracy for you. I mean, really, it was all steered towards this. And the poor souls, these poor Brexiteers were getting worked from the back, ventriloquist dummies by the Hooray Henrys. Yes, the ones wanted to save a few quid on their tax. So there we go. And it's been pushed through. And it's very ill thought out, the whole thing, because there was actually no need to operate on it at all. There was no need to bother. What you could have done was had that referendum and had a look at it and thought, well, that's not really practical. So that's not happening. So we'll thank everybody for their votes, and we'll put this on ice just now. There we are. And then, of course, along came the old COVID. But Brexit, I mean, don't be fooled. Brexit's cost us £200 billion to date. Nothing to show for it. We're not even actually out of the EU apart from in name only. There we are. Did you like that wee scratch of the brow there? Fantastic. Good evening, and a very warm welcome. So, Mon Media, a floating tunnel to Ireland. Well, I say. Now, what can I do here? Hang on a minute. I think I can edit this live on air and let you know what is what. I'm sure I can. Now, let's see what's happening here. There we go. Good evening, Scottie McClue, Dinky-Doo. How are you tonight? Craig Cochran, lovely to have you with us, and Dinky-Doo. So there we go. Now, I'm just going to put live now. Yes, that will let people know what is happening. Live now. Wonderful. And we can save that. Let everybody come and join us, I would say. I'm just going to send this over, guys, to sending it over to the Facebook side as well. Can I have a shout out, Scotty boy? Jenna has a right smile on her coupon tonight. Listening away, Dinky-Doo from Bishopton. Sven and Jenna. Lovely to have you with us all the way from Bishopton. I hope you're okay with the lockdown. Liked and shared as always, Scotty. Craig Cochran, you are very kind. Very, very good. And, when we get back on the radio, those who have been loyal to McClue will be repaid handsomely, I say. Fantastic stuff. So that's what's going to be happening. The 2021 promises to be very busy for your old chum, Scottie McClue. Going back on the radio saying, Dinky-Doo, just for you. And of course, we should really have been on for the past few years. Live, absolutely. That's what it's about, because we don't have any proper talk shows. We've got political programs and all that sort of stuff, but with no actual proper talk show. Liked and shared. Can we raffle the bonnet, Scotty? Away and raffle yourself, friend. Raffle the bonnet. Why would I do without my precious bonnet? There we are, raffle or no raffle, I say. Right, I'm going to send this over and let you guys know what is what. Oh, yes. I'm not just an athlete, you know. Any news on the news show yet? Yes, absolutely. So, Scotty, now the connection's better. I will. Richard Mackay, thank you. Yes. You be taking the vaccine. Will you be taking the vaccine? Oh, yes, absolutely. I think everybody will be taking the vaccine. Good evening, Scotty from Barnsley, says the wonderful Lee fan. Barnsley. How are you this evening? I hope you have a good Christmas as you could possibly have. Merry Christmas, Scotty. Lee fan. One of my most loyal listeners. Yes, love to Barnsley tonight. Excellent stuff. Nation Radio's lost, Scotty. Well, Susan, I think so. I mean, we had one complaint, as you know, and that was enough. So there we go. I remember the Scott FM New Year's special with Bob. Oh, Mod Media. Was that not a program and a half? I tell you, with wee Bob, the soul. Now, what have we got here? Yes. I've got that, so we'll do that. That's wonderful. Yes. Just letting this happen. There we go. And, guys, what I'm doing, this is brilliant. I'm editing as we are speaking. McClue is editing as we are speaking. It is happening. So there you go. Now, I think that's rather good. I really do. And what I'll do is, let's get this sorted here and get that sorted. There we are. Wonderful, wonderful. Never a dull moment. Scott FM, I've said it many times, but Scott FM was Scotland's finest radio hour. In fact, perhaps the UK's finest radio hour, because the only unfortunate thing, at that time, there was no internet. Otherwise, everyone could have listened to Scott FM. Could you imagine that? 250,000 people per half hour across central Scotland. 10%, over 10% of the population listening every half hour. Now, could you imagine that right across the whole of the UK? That's what should be happening. Yeah. We've got huge lockdown, huge loneliness, people suffering a lot, and yet we don't have a late night phone in with Scottie McClue when everybody from 9 to 99 can come on and have a chat. That sort of thing. I find that very strange. Sorry, I didn't mean to write out any of the over 100s. You can phone as well. We'd take that as a special call and get you straight through. Scottie, how old are you young, sir? Richard Mackay. I am very young indeed, apparently, because I wasn't born. I was knitted by my grandmother, so never a problem there. So I'm of no determinable age. Huge loneliness. Are you lonely? Says Richard Mackay. I personally am not lonely, Richard, but a lot of people are, A tremendous amount of people are. And we could do with Scottie McClue's phone in for them to listen to everybody talking. So there you are. Very, very important. And that will happen, of course. Now, let me see what's going on here. Did I manage to edit that live for you? Because that's what I think should be happening. Now, I agree, sir. Let's get everyone in touch. There's Hamish. Hi, Hamish Matheson. Hi. Lovely to have you with us. Dinky-Doo. Merry Christmas, says Hamish. Merry Christmas, Hamish. Should we keep the 1603 Union of the Crowns? Mon media. Absolutely. And, what the nationalists need to realise, if they're serious about independence for Scotland, never, ever, ever touch the monarchy or the crown. And don't do any of this republic nonsense or it will fail. So there you are. Very, very important. Have you heard the whole of England could be in Tier 4 by Boxing Day? Is Scotland in a full lockdown at the moment? No, Lee, we're not in full lockdown till Boxing Day, I think. And then I think there's going to be what you would call a full lockdown. Am I correct in that? I don't want to give out any duff gin to the nation, you see. Scottie boy, I've missed you. Where have you been? Eddie Doyle, lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, this is fantastic. What I'm doing, Eddie, I'm just kind of sending everything round here, sharing everything. Let's see what these options are. Yes, get a shareable link. Fantastic link. Right, we've got a shareable link, apparently, and we can tell everybody that we are live. What about that? Never know what. Right, there it is. And I'm going to do some more sharing. Oh, yes. Live now. So do tell 10 to tell 10. You're 100% right, Scottie, is 1603 Union on Mon Media. Leave everything alone. Because see, if you said you weren't going to have the Queen with an independent Scotland, you're going to lose 50% of the vote. Think about that. What's yellow and screams? Oh, Hamish, I do hope this is clean. Season's greetings from Bournemouth. Neil O'Donnell, Dinky-Doo from Bournemouth. Wonderful part of the world. What happened to your radio show on Scott FM? Is that where you're going back to? No, Scott FM, Lee, was, let me just tell you, 26 years ago last week. 26 years ago last week, Scottie McClue went live on Scott FM. The one you're thinking about is Nation Radio Scotland. I was on that till last year, and they went for love songs instead. So good luck with that, I say. So, no, I'm not going back to that. I'm going back to something much, much bigger. So there you are. I mean, what I'm going to is huge. So there'll be a few noses out of joint. And you'll be able to get it on the apps and on digital, on the internet. You'll get it on FMs. How is Clyde tonight, Scottie? Clyde is beautiful, Susan. Clyde is reclining at the fire, one of his favourite spots, you know, and I tell him, I kneel down to him and I give him a hug and a kiss, and I say to him, you will melt the jelly in your spine, Clyde. Move away from the fire. And he thumps his tail and says, I don't care. I'm 100 on Christmas Day. Neil O'Gormley, not O'Donnell. Neil O'Gormley, did I call you Neil O'Donnell? There must have been an O'Donnell just above you or something like that. I'm sure I said O'Gormley, but if I said O'Donnell, then I sincerely apologise. Nation Radio, yes, that was it. Thanks, Scotty. Yes, Nation Radio. No, this one is much, much bigger. Big stuff. This is a proper return. Are you anyone near Stonehaven? I have a friend who lives there, Lee. I personally am not sitting anywhere near Stonehaven tonight, but I know Stonehaven very well. Neil O'Gormley says, apology accepted. Thank you, Neil. I'll have to apologise to Neil O'Donnell as well, if I called him Neil O'Gormley. There we are, fantastic. It'd be great to have you back on the radio. So there we are, the new Go radio station's good, and that would be perfect. Yes, I've heard it's very good, excellent stuff. Scotty, what you planning having for Christmas dinner? Are you having turkey? No, Eddie Doyle, I don't have turkey. As I say, my mother, my dear late mother and I were shopping in the supermarket, and she was getting a wee bit fed up with all the crowds, very busy, you know. And Dinky-Doo, says Gavin Giant. Dinky-Doo, Gavin Giant. And she said, I don't know if I want a turkey. I said, darling, you don't have to have a turkey. Have some roast beef. And she said, oh, you can't have roast beef on Christmas Day. I said, Mother, you can do what you like. So that was it. So we got a lovely big joint of roast beef and roasted that up in the roasting tin. And it was stunning on Christmas Day. Roast beef, roast potatoes, mashed potatoes, sprouts, cabbage, red cabbage, cranberry sauce. Oh, now you're talking. Get all that on. Horseradish. Scott Lavelle, how are you doing, Scotty? Dinky-Doo, Scott, lovely to have you with us, and welcome. Welcome, I say. Now, what I'm trying to do here, I'm not having much luck, I'm trying to share this, just to let everybody know what's happening. I am trying to share this. Wonderful, but I can't seem to, it keeps going on to the other bit. Let me see if I can refresh the page and get it shared. If you can all share, that'd be great. Looking forward to the return of the talk show. Oh, listen, the whole world's looking forward to the return of a proper talk show. These shouting, bawling, screaming political characters that passes for talk radio is not talk radio. Talk radio is about the people. That's what it's about. Not we'll be having the Prime Minister on in 10 minutes, all that stuff. Scotty, what's the goal with all this streaming? Richard Mackay, it's just to let people know that we're going back on the radio. And although there might not be huge amounts joining us at the time, it starts to spread out over the course of the days, you see. So there we are. ZX Spectrum's problems. Are you going back on the radio? Yes, Richard. We're going back on the radio. That's the purpose of all the pop-ups. But we've always popped up for years and years and years. I think I did my first Facebook pop-up 2016. There we are. And we've done a lot of regular pop-ups. And of course, popping up live on YouTube. And what you can do, when, says Richard, we're talking a few weeks, Richard, maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks, that sort of idea. Once we know what's what. Let's hope the North Pole doesn't go into lockdown. No, Neil O'Gormley, because Santa is here. Santa is here now. How about the pastry shop? Ah, Gavin, fantastic. Richard Mackay, is that excitement, Richard? Murray O'Donnell, lovely to have you with us. So there we are. I think Murray O'Donnell, I was calling Neil O'Gormley Neil O'Donnell earlier. Lovely to have you with us, Murray, and Dinky-Doo. Sure is, Scotty. Is that a sort of because this will be very big. If you thought Scott FM was big, if you thought Century Radio was big, if you thought Talk Radio was big, then this is big, big. You know what I mean? I would love to have the First Lord on. Absolutely, Richard. So there we are. We're going to be doing it big style. So it could be a few weeks because there's a lot to organise, particularly in this climate. Very tough for commercial radio in this climate. Scott FM was the biggest. Richard Mackay, you didn't see the 3 centuries joined together. Now that is big. You're talking about maybe a TSA of 9 or 10 million. So it's 5 times the size of Scott FM. But Scott FM was very, very, very successful. And the half-witteds that got rid of that were, I don't know. It just, it doesn't bear thinking about. Dinky-Doo, Scotty, this is the wonderful J-Dog. Dinky-Doo, J-Dog, lovely to have you with us. Gavin Giant says, dropped bombs, lol. Loved it when you were in the wireless. Gavin, were you a Hallam FM listener? Was that the one? Are you a Hallam FM? Man, I was wondering about that. So there we are. Let me see if I can get this thing going here. I seem to have disappeared. Wonderful. I seem to have disappeared up my own YouTube. Scotty, you're looking fresh. I love the beard. I thank you. The beard is, I've just decided to keep it. It's very smart. Very smart. There we are. It's just a fresh trim. Do you remember Mr. Martin? So funny, said the wonderful Ian Riddle. Oh, Mr. Martin. You tried to get me set. I see, I learn once again, this show is very educational. Oh, Richard, we haven't even scratched the surface yet. You want to see the stuff I am reading at the moment. Absolutely incredible. Do you know that Lord Reith could not stand Winston Churchill? And Winston Churchill called him Wuthering Height. Oh, I just found that out this week. I thought that was incredible. Was it Barnes and Lasses you said had dropped bombs? I remember that. It was indeed Hallam FM. Hallam FM, top radio station, that. Top radio. Should we be letting flights in from London right now, says Mon Media, considering other countries have banned flights from London because of the new virus? Well, I found it a little bit strange that they'd included the border. Said we don't want anything in Scotland over the border because VIRI do not, they do not discriminate. They don't go, oh, they're welcome to Alba. We'd better stop the spread. That sort of idea. I don't see what the difference is between, say, Eaglesfield and Weatherall. That sort of idea. So it seems a bit strange that. But as for flights, I don't think we should be having flights from London into Scotland if we've not got drivers coming into Scotland. So there you are. That's what I think there, loves. I'll tell you that for nothing. Now, let me just get this out here. There we go. What I'm doing is I'm fully operational here at the same time. Tremendous stuff. Oh, very skilled, very skilled. So there we are. So no, but what do you guys think? Do you think we should be allowing the flights in? Do tell me, because I'm always interested in what you guys think. This is what proper talk radio is about. It's about the people. And how many shows are there that really just get the people on for the chit chat? There's all these that, we're taking a call from this semi-quasi-professional caller. Get the people on. And if they don't know how to use the wireless, teach them. Happy Christmas, Scotty, says Anthony Mack. Dinky-Doo. Yes, should we be letting flights in? Do tell. Wonderful, wonderful. That would be superb. Right. That's doing its stuff there. I'm going to shoot back here and see if I can find myself again on the internet. Ban the flights now, says Mon Media. Yes, Mon Media. If we are not allowed to travel south of the border at all, yes, the United Kingdom is the United Kingdom. It is at the moment, Richard McKay, but I suspect Brexit will cause, economic annihilation and political fragmentation of the UK. That'll be a result of Brexit. You watch, you mark my words. Tell you that. Lovely. Will this be your own radio station, Scottie, or a new setup altogether? No, it's not my radio station. It's somebody else's. So there we are. I think Hallam FM is part of the Hits Network, not Talk Radio, Scottie. Yes, Hallam FM is, yes. Domino Effect, says Richard. Scottie, where I live is Tier 2, Newmarket. Yes, there we go. Good afternoon, racing from Newmarket here. And they're just about off there into understarters orders. And they're off. There we go. There's Scottie McClue on the outside. Andy Pandy on the inside. They're going very soft, actually. Coming into the final furlong now. McClure on the outside, still just leading there. Oh, fantastic. I love these commentaries from the racing. When I lost my rifle, the army charged me £100. Maybe that's why in the Navy the captain goes down with the ship. I'll tell you, an old friend of mine used to fly swordfish, fairy swordfish, off the Ark Royal during the Second World War. Marvellous man. And he was a lieutenant in the Fleet Air Arm. And he was Wavy Navy. He was RNVR. Because he was that little bit older. Anyway, he was landing his swordfish on the deck of the Ark Royal. When the deck came up, it bucked in the sea and came up and met him. Smashed his plane to bits. He was completely shocked. He was sitting in this tangled wire and splintered wood and oil and petrol all over the place. Anyway, out comes a petty officer and he says, "Are you wavy or are you regular?" He says, "Wavy." "What? You'll be here for the rest of your life paying this off at £6 a week. Get this cleaned up." Because others were coming in and they would just sweep the whole lot over the side. I agree with Anthony about the Scottish truckers. What we said about the Scottish truckers. So there we are, Scottish truckers. Ian says, will this be your own radio station, Scottie, or a new setup altogether? Merry Xmas to you from Gosport. So that's it. Now, are you talking Gosport down along the south coast near Portsmouth? So there we are. Yes, the United Kingdom is united, absolutely, for the moment. Actually, when you find about how badly the union was put together, it was Queen Anne was driving it, actually. She was behind it, closing down the Scottish Parliament and dismantling the three estates very much as they would like to do right now. We need to keep an eye on it. Because Scotland needs to get its due. There we are. I agree with Anthony about the Scottish truckers. Mon Media, I didn't say, feeling sorry for the truckers stuck in France. I hope they get home for Christmas. Absolutely, Anthony. Yes, we all do. Now, here I go, guys. I found myself again. So I can do a little bit of sharing, you see. Just let you know what's what. Right, share. And you can all do the same. Please do the same. I think it's very important. Let everybody know what is what. Have we shared on Facebook? There we go. Do let us know. Scottie thought about doing giveaways. Could boost your footfall. Richard McKay, yes. Listen, Richard, the possibilities for Scottie McClue are endless. We just need switched on radio people that go, oh, yes, that's what we want. Get that out there. Now, I've got all the experience and expertise. We know it attracts huge, huge audiences. What's not to like? I ask you. Live now. Come and join Scottie McClue. There we are. Come and join Scottie McClue. Live now. Come and join Scottie McClue. I'm just going to post this, guys, so everybody can see it and will perhaps come and join us. Don't take this the wrong way, but would listen to before I went to sleep. Gavin Giant, yes, well, everybody used to fall asleep to Scottie McClue, but it was on for 3 hours every night. And it holds for the breakfast show in the morning because everybody just left their radios, tuned to Scott FM or to Century Radio. Scottie McClue, the voice of the nation. Fantastic. I thank you, Eddie Doyle. Will you be back on the radio soon? Yes, Anthony. Maybe about 6 weeks, something like that. Maybe sooner, maybe slightly longer. What the hold-up is, of course, is all this COVID stuff. It's the whole commercial sector is under pressure. But when we get Scottie McClue on, it will give it as much chance as ever. So there we are. You can't say fairer than that unless you can't pronounce your F's or your THs, Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to share this on Reddit, guys. If anybody wants to go on to Reddit, it's just a fairly new account. And it's Scottie_McClue. All right, so please feel free to get onto that and come and join us. What's your most memorable moment on the radio, Scottie? There have been so many. I can remember doing the 10th anniversary of Hillsborough. And my colleague, Derek Hatton, the famous Derek Hatton from Liverpool, he wasn't on that day, and I did the show. And it was a very, very moving show. The other one, of course, was 9/11 on the evening. And all the other radio stations had, for whatever reason, cancelled their phone-ins. I couldn't understand it. The one night of the millennium when everybody needed to be together and needed to talk. And these stations had cancelled it. Anyway, we played at the end of the show the American national anthem and the UK national anthem. And we did Hands Across the Sea. We stand together with America. We had a lady phoned in whose son had a meeting at the World Trade Center at the Twin Towers at 9 o'clock. And she was on tenterhooks. And he couldn't get a signal. He was stuck in the subway. Anyway, eventually phoned her and said, "Mum, I'm okay." And she phoned into the show. There's been so many moments over the last 29 years of Scottie McClue phone-ins. Just coming up next year, 30 years. Yep, says Gavin, I'm a Sheffield lad. And I heard it. Sheffield. Love Sheffield. Seven Hills. Hot chocolate for me and then bed, says Susan Shaw. Quite right, Susan. Very wise. Now, guys, please try and not get down with all this lockdown stuff. That's why I pop up to talk to you. Okay? So there you go. That's lovely, Scottie, at 9/11, a great tribute, keeping the phone-in open. I couldn't understand it. Professional radio stations closing down their phone-ins on the night when everyone needs to talk. These are the things that some radio stations do that I've never, ever understood. And it's just panic. It's lightweight panicking because, bless them, but a lot of their programmers are used to putting songs into a computer, and that's what they call programming. And they're not able to make big decisions like, "Scottie, it's your top programmer here. You know, tonight, can we discuss tonight?" You know, that's all it needs. A bit of chat. And on we go. United we stand, divided we fall. Eddie Doll, what are we saying? Oh, yes, the 9/11. Yes, absolutely. Very, very important. So there we go. Now, Now I can see what's going on here. Ho ho. Ho ho. Wonderful. Right. That's gone up. So that's posted on Reddit now. If any of you want to pop on there. Wonderful stuff. Eddie Doyle, how have you been? I was very, very touched by the marvelous things that you did when we used to do all the lockdown pop-ups live here on Facebook. We'll do more of them this week because I think it's important that we do. I'm also going to share with my LinkedIn. I've got 10,000 of you, business people who follow me on LinkedIn. And I like to keep you up to date with what's happening McClue-wise. I think it's very, very important. So I'll share this in a post and just put live now. There we are, live now. At Scottie McClue. Oh, yes. You can't beat it, can you? Scottie. That's it. There we go. And that's up there. Join me. That's a nice touch, isn't it? Join me. There we are. We'll maybe do some, add a few hashtags. People like a wee hashtag. I did Dafty one time on Twitter. And sometimes I'll do quite a lot of hashtagging. And he said, I saw all the hashtags and I just scrolled on by. So I sent back, well, that was very, 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 very silly of you. Do not do that again. One of these have-wits, very important with themselves, you know? Yes, absolutely. I saw all the hashtags and I just scrolled on by. Well, that was very, 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 very silly of you. Do not do that again. We love it. There we go. Now then, yes, here we are. Yes, I've been well, Scottie. I'm looking forward to being with family at Christmas dinner. Good times. Excellent stuff. Do you think the Prime Minister will tell us we can't look out of our windows soon with new restrictions in the way? I don't know what the next lot of restrictions, because apparently this new strain of COVID is very, very, very virulent. Virulent, yes. So we will have to be very, very careful, guys. There we go. Right. There's loads and loads of that. I'll just post that now. That's it. Good. So you can see that on LinkedIn if you're a business person. You bring so light to people's lives, Scottie. Susan Shaw, I thank you. So do you. Yes. Who's been your daftest call? My daftest call was a guy called, was it Brian? And I went to the call and I said, Brian. And he went, yes. And I said, how are you tonight? And he said, very angry. And I said, why are you angry, Brian? What's making you angry? You. I've been waiting 2 hours on this phone to speak to you. I said, Brian, I will not keep you a second longer, and cut him off. I think he was what we would call dischuffed. I think if he had been a royal personage, he would have gone on a short, informal walkabout. There we go. Good evening. Got you on my main TV now. Stephen Menzies. I would imagine the reproduction is a lot better than half an hour ago. Fantastic. Well, 40 minutes ago, that sort of thing. And apparently, everybody loves watching Scottie McClue on YouTube on their big tellies. And all you have to do is go, Alexa, play Scottie McClue on YouTube. And she goes, getting that for you. Can we have a clip tonight, Scottie, says Craig. Oh, we haven't had a clip for a while, Craig, I have to say. Yes. Wonderful. Scottie, what about the guy that was complaining about his neighbour's animals? Oh, yes, that sort of rings bells, Eddie. Yes, absolutely. Can we have a clip tonight? We can have a clip. Yes, we can have all sorts of clips. In fact, I think what I did the other night, I played the box. So I could give you a couple of little ones, absolutely there, never a problem. There we are, and let everybody know what's happened. That's us getting out there, guys. We're getting out there big style. Fantastic. But you can't beat the real thing, you know, the old radio phone-in. Yep, there were some something heads on the show, Scottie, but they lasted seconds. I remember one night we got through, was it 400 calls on a program? They weren't all onto air, they were just very, very quick on and off. And I remember a guy phoning, he goes, "Hi, Scottie, my name's John." I said, "John, thanks for that." Mary. And then a couple of hours later, his wife got through. She said, "Scottie, my husband phoned and all he got to say was, 'My name's John.'" I said, "I thought that's what he's phoning to tell us, Mary." We did have a lot of fun. Thinking 2020 was the year that was never meant to be because of COVID. Hoping 2021 will be better. I hope so, Anthony. Well, listen, hopefully it couldn't be any worse. I mean, that was an awful setup that we had to go through. I'm just going to look up some clips for you here and see if I've got anything that would be agreeable. We'll maybe send out a wee tweet as well, just to let everybody know that we're live and they can come and join us. We've got about another 20 minutes. Just been to a shop for a bit of wine. I need it listening to this show. Only kidding, Scottie. Love you, really. Absolutely, yes. A light refreshment. So there we go. And yes, I'll say join me. Shall I say that? Yes, wonderful. There we are now. Oh, that's excellent. Yes, yes, wonderful. And what else can we put on Tuesday? Well, Tuesday feeling, Tuesday vibe. That's always good. Tuesday vibe. We'll put that on. And not holding much hope for 2021 the way it's looking, says Craig. Yeah, but Craig, we've got to bright side it as much as we can for people's well-being, for people's cerebral health, for their spiritual health. I mean, I know there are, some people who don't have a belief or have a faith or have a religion or whatever, but a lot of people do. And these people have not been able to worship for the best part of a year. It's an English fella you're talking to in it. Scottie, the clip I'm talking about is called "Scottie Deals with a Complaint Live on the Radio." Right, I shall look it up for you. Here we go. Let's see what's what. I'm just going to carry on with this, guys, just now. What I'm doing is a wee tweet, and I think it's quite important that we have this tweet, because otherwise people on Twitter wouldn't know that we're on. Did you like the Royals visiting Scotland with the Royal Train? I sent you some good footage on MSN Messenger with the piper piping the train out of Waverley. I probably won't have seen it, Stephen, because I'm not on Messenger, but because it interrupts the live broadcasts, I feel. That is me looking on the bright side, lol, says Craig. Yes, I know, but we've got to do that. We must strengthen each other. We're not getting any real strength from our mainstream politicians. Well, Scotland is doing all right, but the rest are just telling us one thing and doing another. They're all over the place. And, You know, we're not, where's all our religious leaders? You know, where are all of them? So, you know, we need to go back to getting, I mean, the best thing was the Queen making her address to the nation at the time of COVID. So there we are. But I loved the royals visiting. Did you see I actually said thank you to their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, for coming to see us in Scotland. It was very, very humbling. Oh, yes, never a dull moment. I say, there we are. And this little tweet should be quite good. We like that. And what else have I got to put in here tonight? Put that in, good. Put that in, wonderful. There we are. Yes, I think what we're going to have to do, the new show, you know, I mean, it will be the absolute best. There we are. Goalpost. Good to see you live, Scottie. Good luck to you over Christmas. I'm looking forward to be swaying in an imaginary breeze on Christmas Day, says Lance. Swaying on an imaginary breeze. It's wonderful. I hope we'll all have a better 2021. Well, we have to, Susan. You know, we've got to make a decision. I agree it's up to the people to be there for one another where possible. Craig Cochrane, this is why I am just champing at the bit to do a live radio phone-in. A big, massive live radio phone-in when everybody can get through to Scottie McClue. That's what we're wanting. Trust me. Yes, so there we go. Brexit and now COVID. We have to deal with, Scottie, the highest debt we've had for 300 years. Not looking good for us, is it, Scottie? Lee Fan, it's not looking good, but a lot of it's of our own making. They should never have entertained this Brexit nonsense. £200 billion it's cost us all to date. And I was thinking tonight when I was seeing people queuing at the food banks, this country should not be having people having to queue at food banks to get by. Now, a lot of this was started by the austerity. There was never any need for austerity. It was to take your money and pay back the bankers who'd made a mistake. Scottie, are you a dab hand in the kitchen the way you described what you're having for Christmas dinner? Sounds yummy. I'm not too bad at all, Eddie, but you have to move it a bit in the kitchen. I've worked professionally in a kitchen. And as many of you will know, it's tough going. And I was only the pot boy. And it was quite recently. It's a friend of mine has a beautiful hotel. And he said, do you want to come up and see us? I said, I'll work when I'm there. Because they work and work. And they said, well, you can do the dishes if you like. The big washing machines and everything. And I said, yes. And they said, his wife said, what do we call you? I said, pot boy. Don't cross the line there. Pot boy. Dinky-Doo, this is the wonderful George Miller. Dinky-Doo, George. Thank you for all your very intelligent postings. He should never have agreed to the referendum in the first place on such an important issue. Because what they underestimated, Lee, was the levels of xenophobia in British nationalists. Dreadful. You know, even to this day, we haven't learned to say thank you to people who are perceived as different. Scottie McClue, Dinky-Doo should be hearing us again in the airwaves. Oh, Gavin, it will be very, very big, I can tell you. Can you all spread the word, though? Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10, I say. Look, I'm trying to do a tweet. Do you mind? You keep distracting me, wanting to chat, when I am trying to do a tweet. There we are. And I've popped in some of your favourite football clubs there, guys, so that you've got them quite handy. There we are. Oh, What's that? Where did that one come from? Right. So that's quite good. And let's see what's happening here. Is this lockdown 2 or lockdown 3? Lockdown 3, I think we'll put. Fantastic. Right. There we are. And we'll put that in. And we'll put that in as well. Right. That should be all right. I'm just going to tweet this and see what's what. There it goes. So that's gone out round you lot. How long are you on for tonight, Scotty? I think, Lee, what we'll do, what's the time? Oh, yes. We'll probably chuck it in 10 minutes at 10 o'clock, if that's okay with everybody. And then we can pop up at other times during the lockdown. Does Johnson get Christmas Day off, or does he prep dinner first, Scotty? Oh, Craig Cochrane. Johnson, will prep everything. Johnson won't leave on Christmas Day till 2 in the afternoon. There we are. And in fact, he'll maybe have to hang around and watch his own telly in the butler's room. Her Majesty the Queen at 3 o'clock. Absolutely. So there we go. So we get Johnson to prep dinner. Well, it's actually Christmas lunch. You see, is it Christmas dinner or Christmas lunch? Christmas dinner. We used to actually have Christmas dinner at home, and it started at 8 o'clock at night, 8 p.m. We started the morning with bacon rolls and egg rolls, and then you watched. The telly was great in those days. The telly's pretty duff these days. You know, it's not as good as it was. I say, but a lot. You see, most of our young people don't watch the telly. They're not interested. And there's nothing that the telly's offering them that they can't get on their phones. So if you feel like saying to people, does anybody want to come round my house and just go on their phone? Because we can't go to anybody's house now with the social bubble. Right. Here we go, guys. I'm just going to, I think what I'll do is I'll pin that up to the profile. Right, I've just sent a tweet and I've pinned it to the profile. And it's just gone up this second. So how many people will have seen this tweet? Can you tell me? Hazard a guess. It's been up for about 5 seconds. Right? So the tweet's been up for 5 seconds, and almost 100 people have seen it already. What about that? The telly's gone soft, especially the adverts. Gavin, do you remember the adverts were as entertaining, if not more so, than the programmes? You felt like saying, I love watching ITV's adverts and the odd programme in between. Dinky-Doo the New. Fantastic. Do you remember the 2 Ronnies? Morecambe and Wise Christmas special. I mean, Les Dawson, Terry Wogan, blankety blank, that sort of stuff. Les Dawson, blankety blank. I mean, why have we not got the SCOTTIE McCLUE Christmas special? You know what I mean? Dinky-Doo the New, Billy Boomstick, Dinky-Doo to you, Tarala. Thanks for watching. Apparently, Boris is doing a live press conference at TV on Boxing Day, according to many media outlets. Well, that should be interesting. Glasgow's very involved with making satellites, but should we go further and have a proper Scottish space programme? I think there are quite a lot of space people in Glasgow and a few rockets. There's no doubt about it. There was a guy up in court for thinking he was a rocket, but the judge let him off. See what I just did there? That's an idea. Yep, I'm old school, says Gavin. Absolutely, Gavin. Get the funnies out there and get a right good laugh. You know, that's the stuff. So there we are. So I think we should make for national television in the UK the SCOTTIE McCLUE Christmas special. And I'll pop up and give you all what for. There we are. Mod Media's smiling away there. Fantastic. Good evening, Scotty. Got to say you're looking good, but you're looking for xenophobes in the wrong place. No, Charles McLaughlin, you'll find that most of your Brexiteers voted out of xenophobia because they were being dangled with the carrot that we could shut our borders and get our country back and keep people out and all that sort of stuff. Now that's xenophobia. There we are, absolutely. There we go. So, no, I think we're looking in exactly the right place, Charles. Lol, says Susan Shaw. Absolutely, Susan, lol. Now, the tweet has been up probably for a minute, and 152. It's just 152 have seen it. What's the TV show you were interviewed on years ago? I can't remember. What was it called? Well, that was with the wonderful Nikki Campbell and Barbara Dixon, Daniel O'Donnell, and SCOTTIE McCLUE. What a great night. And Rona Cameron, the comedian. Fantastic. That was brilliant. My wife loves you, says Gary Warrener. I thank you, Gary Warrener. Please give her my finest regards. And Dinky-Doo, give her a good Dinky-Doo. Fantastic. That's the stuff. Give the numpties a clip round the ear holes. So there we are. Yeah, I saw a piece of social media and it involved somebody cheeking up to the police. And the police were kind of putting up with it. And I thought, have we got this wrong as a society? Should the police have the power to birch these people if they cheek up? You know, he was cheeking out, going, no, you don't ask me anything, officer. No. What's your number? All that stuff. Now, in days gone by, the police would have taken that numpty head up close and given him a right good thrashing, a real leathering for cheeking up to them. So I'm just wondering if we need to get our authority back as a nation. Good night, sleep well, stay safe, Scottie, Merry Christmas, and you, Susan. Mwah! Blessings to you, I say, and thank you so much for all your support. Very much appreciated. I'll say good night to all of you guys because I'm going to have to dash off. Gary's wife's getting a Dinky-Doo tonight. Yes, Mon Media. Everybody's wife should get a Dinky-Doo. I think it's really nice. You just say to them, darling, Dinky-Doo. Scottie McClue. You're still trying to score that herb we talked about. Yes. What we talked about there was I'd put my spice rack in alphabetical order. And somebody said, how do you find the time? I said, it's just after the rosemary and the sage. So there we go. I like herbs. Answer the phone. Good night, everybody. Right, I have to push off. Thank you so much for joining us. Dinky-Doo to every single one of you. Look out for set your notifications. Yes, follow me on TikTok at Scottie McClue. Subscribe on YouTube. Please do it. Don't go, actually do it. Click subscribe and tap the bell for notifications and we'll be popping up. Good night, Scottie. You're a late night superstar. I love you lots, Gary Warrener. I thank you for that. Good night, Scottie. You're going live over Christmas. Yes, Lee Fern. Be live over Christmas. Get me on your big telly. Yes, Alexa, play Scottie McClue on YouTube. Good night, Gavin. Dinky-Doo, everybody, and all the very best. I'll sing you the goodbye song. Are we ready? Keep together now. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, and a cheerio. Ta-da, my loves. Dinky-Doo.